Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, my name is Sayyid Rahman. I'm student of grade 10th IIT Indian School, Qatar. In this video, we are going to do the question number 3. Okay, that is the last question of exercise 1.3 from chapter real numbers. Okay, then we will have only one exercise left. We can finish that and we can move to the next chapter. Okay, now in this video we are going to solve the question number 3, the first part. Okay, now I have divided, as I told you in my previous video, I am going to divide there are 3 sub questions. So I will divide each sub question in each video. Okay, like for 3 sub questions I am making 3 videos. Okay, so this is the first question. So this is the first video of question number 3. Okay, part 1. Now in the question is prove that 1 by root 2 is irrational. Okay, now the answer is, on the contradiction to the fact, let us assume that 1 by 2 is irrational. So 1 by 2 is equals to a by b, where a and b are co-primes. B is equals to root 2a. Like over here, 1 by root 2 is given that it is irrational, but is given that it is irrational, but when we can assume it as rational, we can assume it as rational, right? So when we assume it as rational, we can take it as a by b, right? A by b, where a and b are co-primes. Then where if we take b, so we are going to cross multiply. Okay, if we cross multiply, we get b is equals to root 2a. Okay, then we are going to send this a on the other side. Now here it is in multiplication. After sending on the other side, it will become on division. It will be in the denominator. Okay, now after this, b by a is in the form of p by q, right? We know that b by a is in the fractions and p by q is also in the fractions. So we can tell that it is rational. But we also know that root 2 is irrational, right? Because root 2 is irrational number, so we can tell that this is a contradiction to the fact that a and b are co-primes. This is the contradiction to our wrong assumption that 1 by root 2 is rational. Okay, now here they are telling, like, this is the contradiction to the fact. Now first of all, there are 2 reasons to prove. From that we can prove that root 2 1 by root 2 is irrational, right? So the first reason is that first of all, a and b are co-primes, right? They won't have any factor. But here they are telling b by a is equals to root 2, right? So that is wrong actually. And the second thing is, it is in the form of p by q. But root 2 is irrational, so it cannot be written in the form of p by q, right? So that is wrong. So with these 2 reasons, we can tell that 1 by root 2 is irrational. Okay, so let us read this. This is a contradiction to the fact that a and b are co-primes. This is the contradiction to our wrong assumption that 1 by root 2 is irrational. Okay. So yes, this is the contradiction to our wrong assumption that 1 by root 2 is irrational. So we conclude that 1 by root 2 is irrational. Okay, so this was the answer for the first part of question number 3. Okay, now I will move to the second part in our next question. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.